Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining me here on Let's Talk Weather. I'm meteorologist Rob Wilson here on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. That's right, it's not too bad. Actually, a little bit of sun, some clouds. As far as rain goes, looks like it's going to be fairly minimal for today, which is good news. And over the last few days, the real story has been the warmth and humidity. It hasn't been terribly hot, but it has been muggy with dew points generally in the mid and even upper 60-degree range. And if you watch my last forecast, talking about humidity and dew points and how we watch it and what is considered humid and muggy, that was all a big part of it. If you missed it, go back and watch that one. We'll be doing some refreshes on that as we go through the summer when heat and humidity is more of an issue, at least across bigger areas. So definitely a continuing conversation. As far as what we're going to do today, I'm going to do some event forecasting for today because we've got several things coming up in the week ahead. On Monday, I'm a Rotarian myself on the board actually for our Fox Chapel Rotary, and we have our biggest annual fundraiser going on Monday, a big golf tournament that we run as a fundraiser. Everybody is very, very interested in what is expected weather-wise for that, so I'd promise to do a forecast. We'll talk more on that. And then next weekend, Memorial Day weekend, so for just about everybody watching, that's of interest. For me personally and for others, I'm going to be traveling to Washington, D.C. for a national speech and debate tournament, the National Catholic Forensics League national tournament, which is held in different places every year, but it's always on Memorial Day weekend. So I'll be looking at some D.C. weather for next weekend, as well as, well, just general Memorial weekend forecasting or weather. So good stuff to talk about. We are going to be transitioning a little bit this week in a good way, so look for that. Numbers, temperatures, all on the way. Okay, that's the lead in to what's going on for today. Let me drop myself out of the way, and we can, do a little talking weather, considering that's what I call it. Push myself here, down into the corner I go. There we are. All right, here's your national satellite loop. We have ourselves a mixed bag of things going on, and we'll call it. Most of our actual rain is happening in the central part of the state, or central part of the country, I should say. We're talking out here closer to the Illinois, Indiana. This area right here is fairly active, and actually I can draw this even bigger because really most of your activity is going to be draping down and around like this in this area. Okay, so we have low pressure in here. We've got a trough over here. There's going to be a dry line here. So we've got some things to keep our eyes on for the vast majority of the country. I can easily say that the strongest weather is what's happening down here in the central part of the state of Texas. We've got dry line, trough, some pretty good thunderstorms. Nothing that looks like it's going to be severe today, but again, as far as where is most of the action happening, that's it. We also have a fair amount of rain happening across 70% of Florida, and that is the active weather for us down here to keep an eye on if you're in the southwestern or southeastern corner of the country. Up here closer to home, what you'll notice is we do have a lot of clouds, but there isn't a lot else going on as far as our weather goes. It is really just clouds. This whole area here, not much rain. You can pick up a little bit of cool air trying to move down. See the clouds here, see them dropping down from those, so you can tell there's a weak front in here somewhere that's trying to pull down some cooler air, but it's bumping up against high pressure, and you know there's high pressure off the east because you can see the pattern of the cloud going around in clockwise formation. That means there's high pressure holding everything back, so a little bit of a protection factor going on for now. All right, let's clear this off. We're going to go to the radar. What does the radar have to show us? Well, it says pretty much what I just showed you on the satellite. It's quiet weather around the tri-state area, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and New York. A little bit of sprinkles out here moving into the New England area, and a little bit of rain trying to move into Indianapolis and up here along the Great Lakes, Michigan, coming in out of Wisconsin. Let me zoom back a little bit here. Zoom out. And there it is. Rain across a good portion of Florida, especially the peninsula portion here. You have yourselves some active weather going on in Texas, like I talked about, moving into Waco. Killeen is right here. There's Austin. So it looks more like a Killeen, Waco, and then out here to the west, San Angelo on the northern edge of it, but it's headed down here to the Del Rio, Texas area in the Big Bend. We call this the Big Bend area of Texas. And then as we make our way to the north, there's our action up here to the north. Now, this will eventually be a player for some of us, but we're talking probably a good day or two out, which we'll cover momentarily. Actually, why not do that now? We are going to go to the surface map. Cold front. That's what we have here. Look at this. Weak cold front. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. And the way I know it's weak is because I just have to look at what are the conditions that are being registered on the surface stations. So let's look at dew points. That would be the green numbers. The red numbers are temperatures. The green numbers are dew points. And you'll notice 60, 60, 56, 59. So that's what's behind the front. That's still in the muggy area, the muggy range, but notice ahead of the front, it's really not that much higher, 65, 66, 66. So while we are going to transition into slightly drier air, it's not a strong front, which probably is why we're not seeing much in the way of rain. It's really just a cloud maker at this point. We do see a couple of drops showing up in the, see those two little red dots? That tells me there's a little bit of rain happening there when they took the observation at that time. But so there's not much happening this. Where our biggest change is going to occur is when we get back into the section that is farther back to the south and east. So zoom this back. There we go. This is where our action is. This is where the weather is. So we may dry down a little bit when this pushes by. We're waiting for this area out here to move in because this is high pressure. And that is a game changer for us. At least for a few days. You can see this area back out here. This high pressure is going to slide in across the northeast, and that means drier air, clear skies, sunshine, drier dew points. So much better weather, but that will probably happen starting Tuesday night going into early Wednesday morning. And I do want to show you, because I did bring up a minute ago, what is happening down in the Texas area. You can actually, we showed you a couple of these last time. Remember, dry line here, trough here, and that's exactly where the radar is showing you the stronger thunderstorms. Okay, good enough for now on that. Let's talk weather going forward. We're going to begin this here on Sunday afternoon, 18Z, subtract 4 for your Eastern time zone during daylight saving. That gives you your local time in 24-hour time. So 18 minus 4 gives you 14, and a 24-hour clock, that is 2 o'clock in the afternoon, or in the military we'd call it 1400 hours. So that's where we're beginning. And notice there is not much going on here locally, just as I showed you on the radar. So we'll push this into play. And not much happens here overnight. Let's go into drive time early Monday. We'll call it, there we go, 7 a.m. 11Z minus 4 gives you 7, which is 7 a.m. Dry conditions, some clouds, a couple of spotty showers. So we know there are cloud runs, probably some sunshine mixing in there. So a good way to start our day for the golf event coming up on Monday. Some rain out here to the west. Is that a player for us? Let the models show. Let's go into the afternoon. 17Z minus 4. It gives you 13, which means 1 p.m. And we're still looking good. Some clouds, some rain trying to push in here, but it isn't going to happen. There we go. That's as close as we get. Maybe a sprinkle, maybe a shower, but it is late in the afternoon. Conditions overall on Monday are quite good. Low threats for showers in the evening time, but that's all we have to worry about. I like it. Early on Tuesday morning, this is about 4 a.m. You can see rain and thunderstorms moving through the Buffalo area. Here's Erie right here. Here's your low pressure center. So watch what happens with that low. I'm going to take you right through drive time. Not much happening here. And watch, you're going to see a front start to form. Well, the front is there, but you're finally getting enough activity that it shows itself with rain activity along that boundary. Okay, trailing off of the low pressure center, which is here. So this is what we're really waiting for, because there's going to be drier air that comes in behind that front, even better than what we're going to get here for later today on this Sunday. But you're going to pick up cooler air coming in behind the front, drier air as well. So watch our conditions really improve as we move into the midweek, especially Thursday and Friday. Let's finish off this model here. There we go. All right. And front is by. This is 8 p.m. on Tuesday. Front is by. Conditions start to dry out, and that is good news for the midweek. Let's look more extended range here. This is our GFS. This is a much longer range model. I'll show you the 3K NAM, which tells you the resolution, tells you how far apart your grid points are. High resolution, don't get as many hours. It actually only goes out 60 hours. But you go to a lower resolution, long range model like GFS, 384 hours. But notice the imagery isn't as clear, and that's what the data is showing you because it's just not as close together. So we use this for the extended range. But notice here on Wednesday morning, that's 12Z. We're going to just push this ahead. We'll go slide by slide. What I want to show you, bingo. Look at Thursday. High pressure right here. We like high pressure. If you want drier air and you want better weather, this is what you're looking for. Notice now, everything, because of the lines, they show you how the pressure runs around the high. This is going to be forced to go up and over. This is going to be forced to go down and around. And that's exactly what is going to happen. High pressure settles in, moves off the East Coast a little bit, still extends back, ridging back over Pennsylvania and Ohio, which means we've got nothing going on. Nothing going on all the way through into early Saturday. Finally, the high kicks far enough east that will allow a little bit of the wet weather to wrap in around the low, or excuse me, around the high. And that means that this action here will start bending in like this, okay? So watch for this pocket of rain down here and this here to combine and then inundate the eastern part of the country. And that's exactly what the models will show. Let me get that out of the way. It's exactly what the models will show as we make our way into and through Memorial Day weekend. This is early Memorial Day, 12Z, 8 a.m. See a low popping up here, some good rain, some thunderstorms. This will kick through. For people around Pittsburgh, this will kick through probably in time for barbecues in the afternoon. Expect some rain early in the day, but watch as we move through to 0Z, which is 8 p.m. The vast majority of the rain has moved to the east. Still strong rain on the East Coast, but now high pressure will build in behind it. And that's good news for the work week. But as far as Memorial Days goes itself, if you're farther east than, say, Pittsburgh, maybe Harrisburg, Carlisle area, you're going to get rain for most of Memorial Day, at least off and on during the day. Potential for thunderstorms. Farther to the west, great weather, and that will continue. I'm just going to go forward a few days. Look at that high pressure. Settling in. This is already Thursday, so I love it. Love it. Big bubble, no trouble. That is good news for next week. But of course, we got to get there. That's your area of non-activity. I'm liking the way next week is shaping up. I like it a lot. Okay, let's get to the models for your numbers. There it is. I'm going to use a little, this is our shorter range. This is the same model that I showed you pictures of. This is called the NAM. This is the textual output. We call this a MOS. Here it is, Monday. This is for our golf outing now. Rotarians, pay attention. Low 70s during the day. Low wind speeds, probably 5 to 10 miles per hour. Some sunshine early in the day, increase in clouds. But as far as rain chances go, not until late, and then really not all that high anyway. So really a good day for us. I like it. Highs, my perfect weather, 73 to 75. Boom, money. That's where we're going to be for most of the day on Monday. You get into Tuesday, a little bit of chance of rain on Tuesday. Temperatures still hanging in the low 70s. And as we go to the extended forecast, notice your chances of rain kicking up on Tuesday. Cold front is going to move through. I shouldn't call it a cold. It's less of a cold front than it is more of a transition to drier air, because you'll see your dew points go from 60 down to 52. And look at this, 50, 49, 53, 54. This is all like open up the doors, open up the windows, air out the house, enjoy the nice comfortable air. That's the kind of conditions we're looking at from about Wednesday on through the early part of Saturday. And then we'll see our conditions kind of degrade a bit as far as sunshine goes, humidity. Those will start to kick up again. But man, we've got a nice stretch from Wednesday through the first portion of the Memorial Day weekend. Okay, so that's something to look forward to. That's it in a nutshell. Transitions between humidity and drier air coming for the midweek. This Monday looks good, cloudy with a spotty chance of a sprinkle here, but overall very nice for the golf outing for my Rotarians. And then next weekend, Memorial Day weekend, right now the models are showing Saturday looks okay, but once we get Sunday going into Monday, potential for rain, and especially Monday looks rather wet, especially east of Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's worst weather is going to be Sunday into early Monday morning. But I think everybody's going to get their time to shine. Their time to shine is coming. All right, that's it for now. Thank you for joining me here. Toss me a comment down below. Give me a subscription. Tell your friends. Let them know it's here. Again, if they don't know about it, they can't see it. And I would love for more people to watch and take advantage of the good weather we're providing here. And, I got friends who are just learning that I did this for a long time. And their interest level has been piqued as the last couple of soccer games I've played, we've had weather delays due to thunderstorms. So now they're all coming to me. But yeah, spread the word and give me a shout below. If you have an event coming up, let me know. I can give you a specialized forecast for that as well. I've got the power. I have the freedom. I want to take advantage of it. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining me here and talking weather. Join me next time around. I'll see you next time.